Hello everyone, this is Vern and I help people to get started in their home-based business and most importantly achieve success, personal growth and design the lifestyle that they want. Now of course in today's Just One Chapter a Day, I'm going to share Chapter 8 from this book, Good Leaders Ask Great Question by John C. Maxwell. Now in Chapter 8, topic is how can I succeed working under poor leadership? Of course, the strategy inside here is to find success when dealing with leaders who's difficult to work with. Now of course over here sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So ultimately, how people treat you is their karma, how you react is yours. So over here, there are 8 questions in relation to this topic. So question number 1, how can you succeed with leaders who is difficult to work with? Now, of course, each problem is unique, but the process for trying is rather similar. So of course, first of all, you need to do your homework and go through a deliberate process to seek resolution. And these are some of the things that you can proceed with. First thing, you consider whether you might actually be the problem. Because sometimes before you start looking at what's wrong with your leader, you may want to evaluate and first determine what's wrong with you. Second one, determine whether you have specific evidence to support your opinion, because the higher the stake, the more important it is for you to provide solid, specific evidence. Third, assess your influence and credibility with your leader, because if you have no influence over your leader, basically whatever you say doesn't get anywhere. So credibility opens the door to communication. So if you don't know where you stand in terms of credibility, you can always ask your co-worker. Number 4, think through every possible outcome. So you only discuss your leader only if you are willing to accept the outcome. Just like President Abraham Lincoln once said, when I am getting ready to reason with a man, I spend 1/3 of my time thinking about myself and what I'm going to say, and 2/3 of my time thinking about him and what he is going to say. Now my fifth one is to make a decision to act. Either you take the action or accept the situation. And if you happen to accept the situation, no complaint evermore, because you allow it. 6, ask to speak with your leader privately. 7, outline your complaint and seek a collaborative solution. Over here, it's not about complaining, not about seeking revenge or getting even or whatever. The goal over here is to seek a positive resolution. So basically, you and your leader can you can think about what you can do with your leader to resolve the situation and work together more positively. All right. And number 8 is to determine whether you should stay or it's time to move on. Should you decide to stay or whether to go if you can't decide? All right. This is a question you can ask yourself. If I'm not already working here and knowing what I know now, would I want to be part of this organization? If your answer is no, well, you can leave by all means. If the answer is yes, then learn to work together to work with your leader. Now, if you decide you can stay, give your best and publicly support your leaders. So question number 2, how would you work with a difficult leader who doesn't like you? Now, of course, it's not easy, and especially in such a situation, most people would probably hide from the person, hinder the person, even harm the person, for example. So you cannot control how your leader responds to you, but you can make sure that you are not the cause of the problem by doing these things, like processing your emotion, looking for common ground, being consistent pleasantly, be a problem solver, and going the extra mile. Because sometimes people dislike another person without good reason. By doing your best, by being on the ground and being a good employee, at least you know that you are not the cause of the problem. Question number 3, how would you work with a difficult leader who lacks vision? Now, over here, what you can do is that you can tap into the organization's larger vision. You can identify the vision for the organization and share it with your leader. You can also develop your own sense of purpose. All right. Number 4, how would you work with a difficult leader who is indecisive and inconsistent? In such a situation, this is what you can do. First of all, you can ask permission to make the decision for the leader. Privately, you can also offer help, to help your leader make in the process of decision making. You can also ask what you are to do when a decision must be made. So say for example, you can privately ask them, what do you want me to do when a decision must be made but you aren't making it? All right. So it's actually by asking this question, you can put the ball back in your leader's hand where it belongs. 5th question, how would you work with a difficult leader who has attitude and character problem? Now, it will be a constant struggle for you to retain a positive attitude to maintain your values. So what you can do is to lift people to a higher level. Here's how you can do that. By live on a higher level yourself. By separating yourself from negative influence as much as possible. Put things in writing whenever possible, also to protect yourself. So question number 6, how would you work with a difficult leader who acts like a bully? Of course, over here, there are some suggestions. Firstly, be confident in your own value. Do not accept blame that doesn't belong to you. Refuse to be a victim. Okay. So question number 7, how would you work with a difficult leader who always plays it safe? Now, if you have a leader who always plays it safe, you may be able to help them by doing this. Put yourself in their shoes. Okay. Put yourself in their shoes, because when you see things from their perspective, okay, there are things you can help them with. Say, for example, acknowledge their feeling and helping them to take action. Question number 8, if someone who had a higher position than you did not have good leadership skill, how would you go about running the organization in a respectful way? Now, of course, we can't undermine the leader and expect our team to be successful. So you can, what you can do is that you must understand that we may need each other. So first of all, understand your leader, because a lot of time we may be focusing on their problem, on their fault, okay, and we did not take the opportunity to understand, to know them better. Okay, you can ask your leader what's in your heart, what's your hope, what causes you hurt, and how can I help you? Okay, now of course, as over here is also to understand your support role. Okay, next one will be to bloom where you are planted. So if you take initiative, be a self-starter, do your work with joy, everyone would want to work with you, be it a good or bad leader. Now, rise above others with the right attitude and succeed on their term. So in the end, the only thing you can do is lead your life. If you don't, others will. So life's greatest reward comes from your inner self, from the choices you make, from what you decide to live under whatever circumstances you find yourself in. And with that, chapter 8 from this book. Thank you.